Now we're on the 16th integral, the first Salam. Saying the Salam is called the Taslim. The Taslim is saying the Salam. At-Tirmidhi and others narrated the previously cited hadith. وَتَحْلِيلُهَا التَّسْلِيمُ. What releases one from the restrictions of prayer is the taslim, or what releases one from the sanctity of the prayer is the taslim. Yani, when you say Allahu Akbar with an intention, then you entered into the sanctity of the prayer. I mean, the ihram for the prayer. And what releases you from that is the taslim, saying Assalamu alaikum. So this hadith means end the prayer by saying Assalamu alaikum, or even by saying Alaikum salam, though that is disliked. And to say the salam once, that's the minimum obligation, while facing the Qibla, meaning while your chest is facing the Qibla, not your face, because you're going to turn your face, but you can't turn your chest off of the Qibla. Without long pause between them. Without long pause between what? As-salam and alaykum. Nor a short one with the intent to stop. Nor by saying, yani, it's not valid to say to end your prayer, Salamun alaykum or Salamu alaykum. You have to say As-salam, not Salam. Nor is it valid to say Salami or Salamullah or Asilmu. Nor to say Alayka instead of Alaykum. All of this is invalid. As opposed to Salamun alayhim, Salamun alayhim. That's not invalid. It's, yani, does not invalidate the prayer. It does not invalidate the prayer because it's a supplication. Salamun alayhim, peace be upon them. And Nawawi said the hadiths are authentic that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to say, Assalamu alaikum, and nothing different was documented about him. This is the only formula documented about the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam that he used for concluding the prayer. Talk about the base here, Assalamu alaikum. Yes, there's more you can add to the back of that, but this is the base. No other formula was documented about the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam for ending the prayer. And saying it while intending to end the prayer is better. Or intending to end the prayer while saying it is better. That's the saying that Abu Shuja took as far as believing that it's obligatory. Abu Shuja said it's an integral to intend to exit the prayer. And that's not true. Rather, intending to end the prayer while saying the salam is better, like a takbir. Like a takbir with the intent to start. Like a takbir with the intent to start. Yani, it's recommended to intend to end the prayer while saying Assalamu alaikum. Like it's recommended to intend to start the prayer while saying Allahu Akbar. Form 15. How many forms did Abu Shuja mention for the prayer? 15. So here's the 15th one. The second salam. Since one taslim is obligatory, then the second one is what? Is sunnah, not obligatory. The second one on the left, the first one then is going to be to the right. The second one is going to be on the left without extending it, meaning don't say, like some people say, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. So you don't have to do all of that. Just say, for example, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. So a second taslim on the left without extending it is a sunnah. As Muslim narrated from Ibn Mas'ud that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to say a taslim from the right and from the left. One starts the first by facing the Qibla. Yani while facing the Qibla. You would be your face facing the Qibla because you'd be saying the tashahhud and then saying prayer for the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam and prayer for the Prophet's family and any other dua you want to say after that. And while you are facing the Qibla, you start your salam. So he says the first one facing the Qibla and he turns his head while saying it and ends with his head facing the right. Yani by the time he says kum, by the time he gets to the M in kum, here, assalamu alaikum. So you're going to say this first part here. When you say assalam, that your face is going to be facing the Qibla. And then as you progress through this word, these two words, your head is turning. Assalamu alaikum. And by the time you get to the meme, the M sound, your head is 90 degrees to the right, and then you're going to do it again, 90 degrees to the left. That's yani not by saying wa rahmatullah. When you say wa rahmatullah, your head's already going to be turned 90 degrees. So you're going to start like I told you and end like I told you. So when you say alaykum and you say that M there in alaykum and your head is 90 degrees to the right, then while your head is there, you would add, if you want, wa rahmatullah, and then bring your head forward again and then start again. Assalamu alaikum. By the time you get to the M, you're facing your shoulder. And then while you're there facing your shoulder, you can add, if you want, wa rahmatullah. So one starts the first facing the Qibla and then turns his head while saying it and ends with his head facing the right. Yani he stops on the meme with his head facing the right with the intention to give a salam to any human, genie, or angel on his right. And then he does the same for the left with a pause in between. So it means you're going to start facing the Qibla and you're going to say your first salam, turning your head to the right. Assalamu alaikum. Now your head is all the way to your shoulder, your face is, and then you can add wa rahmatullah. Then bring your face forward and then start again. Assalamu alaikum. And by the time you say the meme, your face is at your shoulder. Wa rahmatullah. And then you can say the rest with a pause in between, like I just showed you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Pause. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. And if one wants, he could include those in front and behind in his salam. And a follower, someone following the imam, he intends to respond to the taslim of the imam. When the imam says, Assalamu alaikum, and then the follower says, Assalamu alaikum, he can have the intention that he's responding to the imam and to the other followers. Yes. An invalidator, or as Al-Basir said, something that negates the prayer after the first taslim makes the second taslim prohibited because it is part of the prayer. like the expiration of the time of Friday prayer or the expiration of wiping the khuf. So for that. An invalidator after the first taslim makes the second taslim forbidden. So we're saying, for example, you were praying, then you said Assalamu alaikum, and then you passed gas. Now that you've passed gas, there is not permissible for you to add the second one and say Assalamu alaikum, because that second one is part of the prayer and you just interrupted your prayer. So you cannot bring that second one like that. That would be haram. So like the expiration of the time of the Friday prayer, meaning you said Assalamu alaikum for Jumu'ah, the first salam, and now the time is out. The time of Friday prayer is out after you said the first salam. Now you don't say the second salam. Or you were praying having wiped on your khufs, and then you said Assalamu alaikum, and once you said that, the time of wiping your khufs expired. Now you don't say the second salam, like wiping the time, like the time of the wiping of the khuf expiring, or doubting about that, or of the journey of someone praying shortened if it ends, or the khuf tearing, or exposure of nudity, or one's ijtihad was mistaken. Okay, so there's more examples here. Like you were a traveler, shortening your fourfold prayer. And then you prayed and you said, Assalamu alaikum, after your second rak'ah to end your prayer that was originally a fourfold prayer. And then as soon as you said, Assalamu alaikum, your travel was over and you became a resident. Now it's not permissible for you to say the second salam. Or the like. Like, as soon as you said the first salam, your khuf was torn. Now you can't say the second salam. Or as soon as you said the first salam, some of your awra became exposed. Now you cannot say the second salam. Wallahu alam, Allah knows best. So we still have the 17th integral to cover. Do you have any question I can answer for you? You said, what should we do if someone's awra exposed after first salam? Why can I say last salam? Because the last salam is part of the prayer. And by the awra becoming exposed, that's something that invalidates the prayer. So you can't do something that invalidates the prayer and then do part of the prayer. So it's not clear for you? So let me ask you. Saying the second salam is part of the prayer, right? It's part of the prayer, right? Yes. Okay. So would you do any part of the prayer if it's invalid? Would you do any part of the prayer if it's invalid? Yeah. No. So that's why I'm saying any. Yani, my question only requires yes or no. I don't know why you're adding all through. Would you do any part of the prayer if it's invalid? No, exactly. So that's why you're not going to do the second salam, because it's part of the prayer. Like, let's say, take another example. A person passed gas. He said the first salam and then he passed gas. So he should not say the second salam. It's haram. Because what that means is that he's doing part of the prayer on purpose while it's not valid. So that's going to be haram. Is it clear for you? Yani, he said, but prayer is already completed by his first salam. And the integral part of the prayer is completed by the first salam. But there's still an optional part of the prayer that's not complete, which is the second salam. But you don't do any part of the prayer if it's invalid. Not an integral part, nor an optional part if it's not valid. Or if you want to think about it another way. Why would he say the second salam? Let's take the example of passing gas. Why would he say the second salam? Yeah. So it's clear? Okay. Alhamdulillah. Ameen wa fikum.
My very last question, brother, sorry.
No,
Is
it
that
doesn't have to be the last one. I'm not sleepy yet. So go ahead, take it while I still have some gas.
Inshallah. The question is that if I pray Salah and by chance one hair of my head comes out, does that mean that my prayer is invalidated and I have to do it all again?
That depends on if that were due to your negligence or not. So, if any of your aura became exposed in your prayer due to your negligence, then it will invalidate your prayer. But if it came exposed not due to your negligence, then if you recover it immediately, your prayer will stay valid. Due to your negligence means you entered your prayer unable to do all of the moves of the prayer without your aura showing up. Then that's going to be negligence on your part. If you were not negligent means you are able to do all the moves of your prayer without your aura showing up, but then something out of your power made your aura show up, like the wind blew strongly, or maybe baby came and pulled on your clothing, or something like that.
Is my cat valid?
If it's out of your power and it's not due to negligence, then if you recover it immediately, your prayer will stay valid.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Assalamu alaikum, brother. And I'm so sorry for so many questions.
No problem. So was the previous question about prostration and recitation? Yes. Okay. Any last question?
Sheikh,
Yes.
the last example that we were speaking about, where the aura gets exposed
Yes.
out of your control. If it is at the time of, say, after you finished your prayer, and then the person noticed, like for example, the hair had come out, would they then assume that it happened during the prayer, or
No, he doesn't have to assume that.
okay,
Yeah, he doesn't know. If he doesn't know, then he does not assume. If he
got
knew,
it.
then so be it.
Barakallah fik.
Wafiqun. Same thing if you found some najasa on your clothing after you prayed. You don't have to say, I assume this was existing on me while I was praying. No, just say, I don't know that it was there, so I'm not going to say it was. And that's valid. If there's no last question, then yes, sister, what's your question?
So the reward of the Jum'ah start as of, like, today was Thursday, and then after Maghrib the Jum'ah starts, and then tomorrow's morning is Jum'ah prayers. So the reward of taking shower and doing all the sunan, reciting Surah Al-Kahf, starts from the Maghrib, like after Maghrib or on
La la
Thursday
la,
after
not
Maghrib.
everything. Not everything. The Surah Al-Kahf, you can do it from Maghrib time according to Ash-Shafi'i. But the Jumu'ah ghusl starts at Fajr time.
Fajr time, okay.
Yeah, and it's better to
Cutting.
delay it as much as possible without being late to Jumu'ah.
Oh, okay.
No.
And it lasts until before sundown. Before Maghrib.
I don't know.
Like between those hours. Okay.
I don't know. Because,
Barakallah.
Amin Wafiq. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك